This is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So I'm going to take a look here at crude oil and at natural gas. But first of all, we're going to look at a little crypto here. We got Coin, C-O-I-N, we got Ethernet, ETH, and we got NARA, M-A-R-A. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy or sell a stock commodity ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, first of all, we have Coinbase. Okay, now, if you watched my videos in the past here, I was telling you about Bitcoin. Once it broke out, 100,000 could be the target, and you're about, I think, 95,000 right now. So once it goes to 100, you probably get a little pullback. But if you break 100 there, you probably go to that 120, 150 area. Now, with the new prez coming in here, they're going to set a guideline here for all crypto, which should be very, very good there for Bitcoin and all these crypto stocks here, okay? So let's take a look here at the old coin. Now, you can see here today, we rallied right on up here. We got as high as 341.75. What you're looking for is 334.86. Now, you can see where it broke above, but it couldn't hold that key level at that 334.86, okay? So now we sold right back on here, and you put in a bearish engulfing candle here, which swallowed yesterday's candle is basically what that means, okay? Now, the key is here is you have to close above this 341.75. And then obviously the next level is going to be today's high at that, 341.70. You have to close above 334.86. Sorry about that. You have to close above that level right here, which is the top of this candle. Then you can go higher. Now, obviously your next target is going to be 341.75, and then you're going to hit that 350 level and then go right on up here. But you can see where coin just couldn't do it today. It popped up there, and that was your selling opportunity. That then came right on down here. But you notice that what it is holding this key 8 SMA here. That's going to be very, very key. Okay, so you watch on the bottom, 309.37. If that's lost here, we're going to come here to the top of this candle here. You're looking at 306.46 here. And then what we do is we just can follow these candles down, okay? So you look at the high of that is 292.57. We'll come out to the bottom here. You're looking at 288.50. And then we can just follow this all the way on down here where you got 276.02. And then what we got here is we got 274.30 before we start hitting your 21 SMA. Now, again, if this does fall right off a cliff here, always watch this gap right here. So you look at this low, 221.11, okay? There's your gap. And then we look at the top of this candle here at 197.25 level here. That's, again, if it loses that 8-day and you start losing all these candles, always watch that gap and that fill. But we have a lot of good support levels here. You can see where your 50 days curling up here, 21-day, your 8-day. This 8-day is going to be very, very critical on a closing basis that you need to hold that. If not, we follow the candles down. Upside right there, just watch that 334.86. You got to crack through that and close above that. Then we can hit that 341.75 again, and then push that bad boy all the way up to 350 level there. Very, very easy here, okay? But you can see here how this RSI here, where we had this high here, and we put in a higher high there today, but you can see here with this negative divergence, how she's coming off here, okay? Now, crypto had a really, really good run, so don't be afraid here to take some of this off the table here. Your green is still over your red, but that could roll up here, roll over, but you're getting into nosebleed situation here, so just, be very, very cautious. Okay, next one here we're going to look at is going to be NARA. Okay, here we have NARA Holdings here. Now, this is looking like a very, very nice chart pattern here. Yesterday, we had a nice green candle, but it was an inside day. And then today, we put in a higher high here and a higher low. Very, very nice. So let's look at the upside here first. So today, we hit a high at 22.88 there so far. We're looking at the top of this candle right there, okay? You're looking at 22.90, okay? So that is going to be your resistance levels. Always look to the left of the chart. Now, again, if we can crack above all of that there, then what we can do is we can just start rallying all the way up here until you get this. Well, we'll look at this candle here first. You're looking at 25.47 and then 26.19, okay? Now, again, if we can crack that, then we just go right to the left of the chart like we always do, okay? 27.30, that's going to be your next target. Then what we'll do is we'll bring this price channel across, and we're going to come right up top of this candle here. You're looking at 29.38. And then we want to come over here to the top of this here, 30.45, and then go right to the left. Okay, you're looking at 31.30, and then we'll come over here to the top of this candle at 32.87, and your big retest is 34.09. But all that being said, I like to show you where it can go, but you got to crack and close above that 26.19, just like when we looked at the coin. You can't just pop above it and come down. You have to close above it. That's going to be the key. Now, let's take a look here at the downside. You got a lot of really nice, good support here. So what you're looking at here is that 2180. That's your 8 SMA. That's what's going to be very, very key. Then we come over to the top of this candle here. You're looking at 2116. Then we can go to today's low. You're looking at 2051. And then we're going to start running into some big time support level here at 1935, which is your 21 day and your 200 SMA here. Okay, so this is looking very good. Your 50 days on the way up, your 21 days on the way up here. And as long as we hold this 8 day, you're looking very good. But always look to the left of the chart. You say, oh, 2288, where to stop there? Because right here, this is your resistance at 2290. Okay, so you came in within 2 cents. Okay, so then what you do, you just keep following the candles up here. Look at the bottom of that candle. You're going to have 23.46, and then we'll come right at the top of there. You're looking at that 25.47, and then you have your retest. Okay, so always just look to the left of the chart. So if you're trading this and say, hey, where do I get out? Just look right there, and that's what we can do. Okay, so again, if this keeps running and you close above that, then we just look again right to the left here. Just follow these price channels over and always look to the left up here, because this is your breakout where it went up high, came down, and it broke out above that. So now that becomes your resistance level, and then there's your big target at 34.09. Okay, let's look at Ethernet. Okay, here we have ETH. Now you can see it just hasn't been around a long time. The chart isn't really really filled up here yet. Okay, so what we were looking at, let's take a look at the upside. Okay, right there is your key level. It's going to be that 29.89. Okay, that's your 8 SMA. We get above that, we look to the top of this candle right here. You're looking at 30.20. Okay, then what we do is we just keep right on rolling. Okay, what's your next level? It's going to be right there, 31.20. Then we're going to have up here, you got 31.50, and then 31.90. That's going to be your big retest. Now, again, we break out above that. Then we can come up here to 33.10. That is going to be where your upside target is going to be, okay? Because this chart isn't really, obviously it's a new item here. So it's not going to be, you have to have a little bit more time on the old chart. But that's going to be your target, 33.10, if you can break this and close above that 31.90. But first, you got to get through this 8 day. That's going to be very key. Now, I don't really care for this chart here. Couple reason is here is there's, look how many gaps you have here. Okay, so realistically what you're doing is you look at the bottom of this candle right here. You're looking at 28.40. Okay, and then we look to the top of this candle, 28.20. There's your gap and then your fill. Okay, then we have another gap down here. Okay, so you got 26.20, and then we have another fill here at 25.50. Then we look to the bottom of that candle, 24.60, and then we have right there at the top of that is 23.40. So you have a gap and a fill, a gap and a fill, a gap and a fill. I'm not crazy about that. However, the chart doesn't look too bad. We have sideways action. Your 21 days on the upswing, your 50 days on the upswing. It's just not my kind of chart, okay? Because of just all these two gaps here. If this comes off here, and eventually it will come off, okay? There's no question about it. You're going to fill these gaps off, and then that would be more of a buying opportunity here. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Okay, here we have the old crude oil, okay? Now you can see here, big drop real nice here. Now we have an indecision candle, okay? So we had this big situation. Now Russia is threatening with nuclear and all this kind of stuff here. But we got to see how this all going to shake out here. But the big mistake is you don't send long-range missiles into Russia here. That's just looking for trouble. Everybody's going to retaliate here, okay? So we got to see if we can get this calmed down here, and then we can get crude oil going on the downside, and that way it'll be a lot better for all the drivers and everybody out there, okay? So here's what we got. This is why you want to trade the chart. So it popped up here above that 21 day, but so far it's not closing above that. So your upside resistance is you're going to be looking at that 69, 67 level. And then we're going to look at today's high, obviously, at that 69.96. And then we have that 50-day sitting right there at 70.62, okay? But then we do have resistance, so you just follow the tops of these candles here all the way through, okay? But realistically, your target's going to be right at that price channel, that's 72.88. If we just get above that 21-day and you close above that 50-day, this is the top of that candle, 72.88. That's going to be your target level, okay? Downside, okay, we can watch today's low. Okay, so you're looking at 68.97. But realistically, this is what you're looking at right there, 68.42. That's what we're going to be trading. So what you want to do today is just watch that 8-day, okay, on the downside, and then watch that 21-day and the 50-day on the upside. You just trade that range until she breaks up. then we know where the target is. If this breaks down, then you're going to come down to the 66.53 level. You'll be retesting that. Now, again, this is nothing but just war premium like we had here, like we had here, like we had here. We get this resolved, crude oil can come down there very, very hard. Okay, so just always remember that. So let's see what we had there on your EIA report here. Okay, on the EIA report there on the crude there, you had a small build there of 0.54 million barrels. On the distillates, you had a draw of 0.114 million. On gasoline, you had a pretty good build of 2.05 million barrels. And then Cushing had a small draw of 0.14. Which is really typical this kind of year, this time of the year. And your production here was 13.2. Last time it was 13.4 level. Okay, so it's really pretty standard for this time of the year. So this is, I say, my point is, it's nothing where you're having these big draws. So just be careful of all of these here, of these war premiums, because now we know how it can end. Okay, so again, just watch on the upside that key 21-day. Watch that 50-day. It's going to be very, very key. On the downside, the whole key is going to be this 8-day. As long as you hold that sideways action, that'll be fine. But again, if it doesn't, then you're going to come right down here to that 66.53 level. Okay, let's take a look now at natural gas. Okay, natural gas is running here. I'm long the UNG. Okay, so this is looking very, very good. Okay, we're coming down. Let me see if I big that up a little bit here. Okay, so we came down and you held this 8-day. Okay, this is the key. I always point out that 8-day. As long as you hold that, you're in good shape. But even this was good because you came down, but you closed above the 8-day. So now you can see this big ass red candle, because what it is, we're letting the LNG loose here. That's going to be coming up here, and we're going to get those pipelines going, and we're going to start actually using the natural gas instead of just flaring it off into the space. Okay, so now we had a really good run here so far with the natty gas here. So let's just take a look at what we had. Today high so far was 3.218. So again, we went this. Here was your first target, 3.159. Obviously, we're above that. So then here is your next target, okay? We went to 3.18, and then right here, this is what we're looking for next, okay? 3.23, okay? So we're just about right there. That is going to be your target, and then we're going to come up here to the top of this candle at 3.37, and then you have your big retest up there at 3.39 here level. So just look to the left of the chart. Everything you need to know for resistance levels are sitting right there. You go from level to level to level. Right now, we're right there at that 3.23 mark. And again, today's high is 3.21. So we've got a little ways to go, and then we can tag that, and then we can move right on up here. But we really like to get to that retest there of that 2.39. That would be great. Now, downside, we just follow this just in reverse then, okay? So now your support level here we got is going to be right there. It's going to be 3.18 level there, and then we have 3.09, and then we can come right down here. Okay, see what we have here? It just follow these levels all the way back down again until we come right here to your 3.2 level. Okay, but let's just see how this all shakes out. Right now, we're looking very good. Natty gas, you're sitting at 3.20, so now we don't have to worry about all that. But on the upside, watch that 3.23. That's going to be next. Okay, downside, just watch that 3.18 level. That's going to be very, very key. And then we can just come right down here, follow this candle right here. Okay, at that 3.15. And then we come here, you got 3.13, then we have 3.09 level, and then we come down here to your 3.02 level. But right now, this is looking very, very bullish, like I've been pointing out here. Okay, so what I do is I don't really like holding natural gas, but it always seems to give you a chance to get in. Okay, so that's what I do. I just jump right back in. UNG got down to 14.24. You held that 8-day. Boom, I'm in, and now you're sitting at 14.78. Okay, so that's, I trade 5,000 shares. So this is rolling here, okay? So very, very nice. As long as that 8-day is holding, this is very, very bullish here to go higher, okay? Just simple as that. Now, RSI here, you're sitting at 65, plenty of room to run all the way up here past 70. Your green over your red, very, very bullish, shows momentum to the upside. I don't see anything here on the bearish side as far as natural gas goes. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here after the old pit close, and we'll take a look here at crude oil, natural gas, and we throw something else in the old mix.